Hello beautiful and welcome to your reading. So today we'll be looking at the questions you sent through as well as the 2 coffee cup questions, which is, I'm pretty sure you said, for yourself and for your partner or for love. So here we've got, I'm pretty sure you said career-wise and yeah, for love. Before we start, I just want to let you know that the future does always change. I could tell you right now you'd want a car, but you might change your mind and want to buy a boat. Like the future constantly changes. In saying that, what a reader's job is to basically provide the nearest upcoming pathway close to you. So how you know if a reader is good or not is how close am I from the accuracy and the reliability of your past, present, future, all that sort of thing, which I assume you know. So I will do your questions, of course, and don't mind me if I flip back and forth with my screen. I'm just going back through the questions you sent me, but I will do that. But beforehand, I will provide a bit of a backstory just so I can check if I'm resonating with you, because sometimes I might resonate with your sibling or with your close family member. For example, my mum, every time she gets a reading, they say stuff about me because I'm, best friend, sister, daughter, like that to her. I'm the closest one to her. But anyway, if it does not resonate with you, please let me know, and I'm more than happy to provide a correctional reading, which is basically me doing it all over again, which is rare, but I'm still obviously open to that if that's the case. So I just want to get a bit of a background story to you. So what I'm getting here with the Strength in Reverse and Judgment, also I'm going to talk really fast to include as much as I can in the 30 minutes. I'll probably go over if I have to, but anyway, if you want, just grab pen and paper to jot all this down. Okay, anyway, wow, a lot of information. Wow, yeah. Judgment, Strength, 6 of Wands, 9 of Cups, the Lovers. So basically here with love, it just talks about how you have a bit of a, you communicate what you want in life. This is again just backstory so I can kind of understand you as a person. You communicate what you want in life, but some people just aren't the same, aren't in the same chapter or just event as you. So maybe they're too behind, too above, and by above I just mean too accomplished, and so they see themselves as, like, very high and up there, and basically a bit of a narcissist. Narcissistic energy is what I'm getting with around you. You've surrounded yourself with people who think that, all this, all that, look at me, and you're just here trying to provide. You have a bit of a nurturing kind of vibe here, and you try to give as much as you can back to the universe, but sometimes you look at yourself and you're like, wow, strength in reverse, which is obviously the opposite. I feel sometimes weak, sometimes I don't have so much strength in me, and I don't know why this is the case, because I feel as though I'm doing as much as I can for the world, and for work, for family, all that sort of thing. Sometimes you sit alone and you're like, why am I going through this? And then because here with the energies with the 6 of Wands, it's basically someone who's very mature, which is you, and anytime you go through trouble or that kind of thing, you like to look at life as, troublesome as obstacles rather than, and challenges rather than, this is painful, this is bad luck. You try to look at things very positively, which is, good on you. You're doing amazing for that. But I do see, in your previous lifetime, or even, right now as a kind of childhood timeline that I'm seeing, is that there was a bit of a trauma happening. There were people coming in and out of your life. There were people, and it doesn't have to be friends or family, it can be friends as well, which is what I'm getting as well. You have severe trust issues, because I feel as though every time you might say something, or you might communicate something to someone, it's misinterpreted, it's misread. A lot of your friendship kind of, the way they ended your friendships, your ex-friendships, the way they ended was through miscommunication and mistrust and misconduct, all that kind of thing that a friend should not do. And then now you're kind of battling against, who am I to trust if I'm going through all this? Sometimes you even tell yourself, I'm really, universe, give me a bit of a break here. The negative thing that you've been that's been going on with you is that this has created a bit of a fear for you. You're very fearful. You create an energy around you where you're worried this will happen, that will happen, this will happen. You create a chance for it to happen. Sometimes you might be in the car and you think of a really bad event, and you might accidentally go through a red light or a yellow light, and just little things like that is basically what I'm getting about your characteristics and all that kind of thing. Obviously I want to advise you, not leave you on a good note or negative note. I'm gonna be really real, no filter. I'm gonna advise you as much as I can. Based off of what I'm seeing, your energy is very, there's too many vibrations going on. You're up and down, up and down. You've never really sat down by yourself and just given yourself the time of day to jot everything down, note everything down that's going on, and present yourself in a way that you want to be presented. For an example, with me, I want to sit down, I want to study, I want to respect the time, because with me, I don't respect the time, as you know. As you know. I present myself in that way, and I'm like, I want to learn, I want to do this, but I don't respect the time. Same with you. You want to do multiple things, you want to achieve multiple things, but you have too much fear going on, and I just want you to hold back from accepting all these fears to come in, because unless you are fixing all these problems and fears, you then can look at another obstacle and try to fulfill that, rather than accepting one fear after the other, because I feel as though you just open up a swarm of energy sometimes, and even with your friends. Wow, a lot of energy. I don't know if you've gotten a reading done before or anything like that, but this is a very, very deep reading. Like, there's a lot for you to say and for me to say, and I always tell this to my clients: if you open up a flooded door, a bunch of water is going to come at you, which means that you haven't, cleaned up the water. Same thing here. If you haven't gotten a proper reading done, I would know and you would know, because this should have all been said. But anyway, it's okay. I just wanted to tell you, so you're like, oh my gosh, she's bombarding with me information. I'm just trying to explain why I'm talking so fast and all that. Anyway, so yeah, I feel as though even with friends, you kind of sit down with them and you're kind of like a therapist for them, which is really positive, because you're such a kind and loving person. But at the same time, I want you to expect the energy back, like you do so much for these people around you. Side note, the way you speak and the way you hold yourself is so beautiful. I think a lot of people notice that about you, especially with love. With the lovers here, a lot of people notice that about you, is that you kind of hold yourself in a very prestigious, high class, you're very ladylike, very feminine, you've got confidence, you've got authority, you're very strategic, and you're very driven. When you want something, you go after it. If you were to tell a friend, okay, I'm going to start my business, I'm going to do this, they would want to play the guitar, they would forget you're still on it. You're very persistent, and you're very driven in that way, and you're very disciplined, which falls back into the ladder of the way you hold yourself, the class and all that kind of thing. Everyone notices that about you, that you're very persistent, responsible, disciplined. And I don't know if any of your friends have told you this, but I feel as though you, out of the circle around you, would be the best, most suitable fit mum. I feel like you're born to be a mum. You're just amazing at it, and all that kind of thing. You've got here cynical, and rigid, and misery. There's a bit of a depression going on. Doesn't even have to be diagnosed depression. It could just be, depression that comes in and out of your home, especially with the Tower energy right here and the Justice card. Sometimes depression comes in and out of your life. Sometimes you feel stressed. Sometimes you don't know what you're doing. Sometimes you want to do something, but you forget, or you either forget. For example, I want to clean, and don't get this confused with you being driven. Driven and all that kind of thing, I see it more into futuristic wise. This is more just, when you're mentally down. You wouldn't want to do this, you wouldn't want to do that, and that kind of falls back into what I've been telling you about with Judgment here and the Six of Wands, where you need to give yourself time, because you've just been going on routine, where I just want you to have a holiday. Which I know is hard, extremely hard, especially for you know, someone like you who's so driven and persistent, and, you know, it's really hard, really hard. You know, even with me, I would want to take a break from business, but I've got uni. Want to take a work break or study break from uni, I've got my business, I've got my clients. Like, it's just so difficult. So I completely understand, but I want you to at least take some time, at least once a week, for yourself. And I want you to be alone. So maybe when you're, you know, when your baby goes to see the baby daddy, you can go out to a cafe on your own. And I don't want it to be, because I do sometimes see that, you know, you might go do your nails or go do something more beauty like. I want you, this is like a chore. I don't want you to get offended, because I'm the same. You know, I do my nails and all that kind of thing, but it feels like a chore where you have to go do it because it's an inner feel, that kind of thing. I want you to do something spontaneous. Go out to a cafe, go for a run, go even for a walk, to be honest. Just go somewhere that you haven't been doing, that doesn't feel like a chore, and that feels like it's outside of your comfort zone in a way. Let's start with your questions. Is my partner the right one for me? Okay, so with the lovers here, I definitely think, you know, this person holds you to a very, very, the Wheel of Fortune. To be honest, they hold you in a very kind of classy way, which I know you might be kind of like, well, what do you mean classy? I just get that so much, so much of that energy here where they see you like royalty, and I'm sorry, but I don't know how else to explain it. He sees you as someone who's so high class, well determined, all that kind of thing that I previously said that I won't say again because I'll just be wasting time. But they see you as someone who's very up there, basically. But with the Ace of Wands, this person used to have anger issues, or someone in their family used to have anger issues. I'm getting more so the mum was more dominant than the dad. I could be wrong, but I'm, you know, here the dad is basically the maid. This person that you're, you know, with, I also think that sometimes they may tell you things that are a bit more dramatic than they actually are. Like, oh my god, you know, I've just started this new work environment, I'm so worried, I don't think the boss likes me. It doesn't necessarily have to be true. Not calling him a liar or anything like that, but it's just the energy I'm getting is that sometimes he's a bit dramatic because in his childhood or in his life, he had to be dramatic to get help, to get love, to get attention, basically. Which, I mean, nothing wrong with it. We've got childhood traumas, but in a more direct kind of response to your question, I think they're very, very positive. It's just the anger issues really standing out to me. I'm not sure if you've had problems or fights or anything like that, but I definitely see him as being someone who would continuously fight for their opinion, and, you know, he would say something until the cows come home, you know, like he would be very confident in what he says, and he will stick to it. For example, I did not put the water bottle there. Like, he'll keep going and going and going. He's very persistent. I don't know if you've noticed that now. The reason why I'm saying I don't know is because this is the energy I'm picking up on this very moment, and this could be futuristic or right now. Anyway, I'm not too sure if you've already picked up on that or not, but this is his real face. This is his real behavior, and I'm telling you straight up because I just want you to be prepared in advance, if you get what I mean. But the good thing about you and him is that you guys communicate. Sometimes you feel like you don't communicate, and you know, you're like, oh, I wonder what he's thinking about. I just want to know, but I don't want to vocalize, you know, what do you think about too much. But I do see that they feel a lot of love towards you. They feel like you've built an empire, you know, you've got the ship and this, you know, city here. You've built yourself a lifetime full of adventure and all that kind of thing. But sometimes they do feel threatened by you. Like, you know, you're very dominant in some aspects that they're not. In saying that, because you already have a baby, they want to feel like the provider. They want to be better than your ex, basically. But sometimes they feel threatened because they see you as someone who's so well done and high up there and knows what she wants to do in life. And then there's this person who's iffy, you know, knows what to do, kind of lost, doesn't know what to do if, you know, they lose their job, whereas you've got multiple, like, sections of what to do, if that makes sense. If it doesn't make sense, message me, I'll explain it. But that's kind of what I mean, is that they, you know, he feels a lot of love towards you. And does he feel the same way about me? Because he tells me he's still in love with him, but I overthink a lot. Yeah, like, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, there's a lot of love there, and he wants to be better than the baby daddy. Like, he wants to be way better. And I think correlating with question, I think it's 3, my partner's baby mama causes a lot of issues for us, will this ever calm down? She's going to keep this going because she has this Queen of Wands energy where I want to be better than her. She doesn't feel threatened from you in a way where she thinks your ex is going to come back, her partner is going to come back to you. Even though, let's be honest, I think she does a little bit deep down, but it's not her main priority. Main overall priority is that you are so... She wants to be in control. She's very controlling. She wants to know every single move. She wants to know every single business of everyone's business, every little comment, every little section in life. She wants to know everything. God damn, Jesus, why would he pick her, for God's sake? But I mean, Mom always says dogs bark with dogs. Bad follows bad. You know, I don't know if you quite understand that, but, you know, it's explainable why he chose her, bloody hell. She's like him. But Knight of Cups, yes, like in front of you, I think she even acts a certain way, or in front of the partner, she acts a certain way, but deep down, she's very manipulative. She's like Amber Heard. Like, she will say whatever she wants to say to get her point across. And I don't want you to get confused with your partner. Your partner is not like that at all. He's a very loving, caring person. He's just stubborn. That's different. With her, she'll manipulate and contradict you until you understand and open up your perspective into the wrong perspective of siding with her. That's kind of how she got the baby daddy involved, I think. She kind of manipulates the situation. You know, how would you like if I raised this family? If I brought you guys together? She compares you a lot. She's drama. God damn. What are issues for us? Yeah, I do see that. Like, a lot of problems, and you didn't even, like, tell me the issues. I'm already getting the problems already. Like, even honestly, I don't even think your baby wants to go over there, to be honest. Like, he feels limited around her. Like, he can't get too comfortable with the dad, and like, I don't know how to explain this other than he feels limited. He feels like she's watching him, she's asking too much about you to the son, or that kind of thing. Like, how's mom? How's she's doing? What are you eating at home? Basically, what I'm trying to say is she's trying to find any little mistake to switch up the scenario. Your story is so much like my dad's and my stepmom's story. My dad left at 2 months, came back at 18, said he's got cancer, he has nowhere to go, the wife's going to kick him out, sent him like 15,000, ghosted me again. The wife basically controls him. And my dad's obviously in the wrong, but that's kind of what I'm seeing as well. She likes to control, she likes to manipulate, she likes to talk. God, oh, Jesus. Yeah, my best advice for that is to honestly keep your eye out, because she's going to keep staying, like, at you. The only way you can kind of drift from her is if the dad starts noticing things are wrong. Like, one day your son will do something and she'll scream at him, or just be really nasty. The dad's going to figure it out. Because the dad's, he's not the smartest, but he's not the dumbest. The Emperor, he's already figuring it out. He's just kind of like, you see here with the Emperor, he's not looking down. He's trying to avoid the situation. He's trying to be like, let me not overthink. But it's always going to be in his mind where what she's doing is a bit iffy. That's what he's thinking. He's like, what she's doing is a bit iffy. You know, she's got multiple different faces around me, multiple different personas. I don't know if I should trust or believe her. How can I trust her should I believe her if she's literally looking after my son in front of me like, you know, God, she's so manipulative. All right, let's jump into the next question. I'm starting to pursue a makeup career again. Is it right for me? Feeling a bit lost. Anything that can help me now? Okay. Wow. Yeah, I do feel as though with the Five of Swords and the Queen of Cups, you feel a bit lost in life because sometimes, I don't know if you have siblings or someone you consider to be like a sibling for you, you've always compared yourself to someone. Growing up, you've always compared yourself to someone, and that comparison kind of comparing behavior stopped when you had a baby, but now it's back again with career. I think you look at yourself and you're like, you know, damn, like, what am I doing? I need a career. I can't always just be so still, is what I'm hearing, so stagnant. Like, you want to be up in the air. But to be honest with you, I do feel as though beauty is in your kind of aspect, is in your work environment, but it's not going to be a forever thing. The reason why I'm saying this is because I feel as though you're going to open up a lash or eyebrow or some sort of bar, like a eyebrow bar, lash bar, that kind of thing, and then you're going to branch it into makeup. I don't think you're going to start with makeup straight away, just because the type of makeup or genre of makeup you do is very different to the people around you. That's what I keep hearing. Whether you're surrounded with people who keep getting married or people who keep having birthdays, your type of makeup is very different. They like it. Like, for an example, with me, I would come to you because I'm very open-minded, but some people aren't. I do see, you know, makeup, like I said, it's going to branch from a bar or a parlor, but I'm not going to say that it starts off as that. There could be a part-time thing to it that branches off to it, but I don't see it being straight off the bat. You could start with waxing or something like that, eyebrow waxing, or, you know, lamination or eyelashes, something like that. That's going to branch off from makeup. I see you being really, really successful, like literally owning multiple type of businesses across your area, like opening up professional places. Like, that's how good I see you doing it. So I don't want you to ever give up the idea of it, but I want you to keep pursuing it, because sometimes maybe you've opened up a page, deleted it, shared, deleted it. Like, you've got to keep going, and the reason why I think you've stopped is because life has taken over. You've seen it go nowhere. The stress of it made you like back down from it. Yeah, definitely the stress and all that. I want you to keep pursuing, because like I said to you earlier, you're very determined, and out of all people, I do see you being a business owner. Myself and my son's been separated for a few years. I share 50-50. Is there anything my son feels or needs to make life more comfortable for him as he gets older? I sense that bothers him. We aren't together. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. 10 of Cups. Yeah, like, to be honest with you, I'm Iraqi and half Russian, and my mom always tells me there's this thing in our culture where we say heaven is under a mother's foot. Not literally. Basically, a mum is an angel, and a mum senses. She's just got that natural, intuitive feeling to her. So sometimes you might have a dream, it comes true, or sometimes you tell your son not to eat that, he throws up or something. You've just got a natural sense to you. You're right. Intuitively, your son wants a family again. He feels like something's missing, and for take it from me, who's got a bit of a childhood like, you know, your son, it's traumatizing, it's confusing, it's unstable. You can't trust people. Like, he's going to build this wall up like you, where he doesn't know what to do in life because he feels like he's got a missing part of him, missing puzzle, that sort of thing. I do see him growing up and understanding the importance of separation, but forever he will have a lack of dominance in his life. Like, probably he would get into a relationship and let the girl be the dominant one, because he doesn't feel very dominant, because he feels very insecure by his dominance, because growing up he'll be like, I should have done something for mum even though I'm tiny little, you know. Like, your son's very, very beautiful like that. He wants to do as much as he can for you, and I feel like I'm getting really emotional. I'm not even the mum. But yeah, your son's very, very nurturing that way, and the only thing you can do basically is to communicate. And because, take it from me, my mum can literally have a million boyfriends and I would never call any of them dad, except my grandpa, because he's always been a dad to me. So you're same as your son, he's going to have someone who he calls maybe papa, which is what I call my grandpa, papa, but never the actual word dad. Even saying it feels weird. Same thing with him. I would say communicate, spend a lot of time with him, and try to do your best in making him feel like there's nothing missing in his life. Rather, the universe works in mysterious ways, and you've basically saved him in that way. Because I do feel as though, I know we're going a bit over time, but I think we're going to go over time, but I frankly don't care. Like, I want to fit in as much information for you, because I really relate to your son. I'm getting emotional, fucking hell. But anyway, my mum's always tried to make me feel like I'm not missing out on anything. I'm not losing anything. And growing up, some of my friends would be like, oh my god, like, Maria, my first name is Maria, oh my goodness, like, you are so lucky you don't have a dad, because my dad fought with my mum last night and he was so violent and cruel. Sometimes he's going to have that in his life where people are like, oh, you're so lucky you don't have a dad like this and all that kind of thing. And that's not necessarily you don't have a dad, that he's got a bit of a broken family. Sometimes he's going to like it, especially growing up. He would want to go on a bit of a holiday. He goes to his dad, goes to yours. You know, it's nothing necessarily bad, but there is going to be a part of him where it's like, why is this happening? And until he hits a mature age, he is going to be extremely grateful that it has happened. Like, I'm telling you, extremely. Because right now he's very confused. I definitely like to delve as deep as I can. Should my ex, is he even... Yeah, it's a very... I think this situation has brought a lot of worry and weight to you, because sometimes you can't even sleep or can't even be productive because you're thinking about the situation so much. And here with the Hermit, it talks about someone who's in hiding or who keeps a secret. I think with your feelings towards him, you've either vocalized it to him or someone else, or you've been very open about the situation and nothing has been reciprocated or given back to you. Based on what I'm seeing with the, Nine of Swords, this situation is going to not go anywhere, because he's very unstable. And it's either my way or no way. He's not open-minded. When he wants to be open-minded, he's like a baby. Fucking hell, he's like a baby. You would tell him, for an example, we could do this, we could do that. He'll be like, yes, like a puppy. But it's so easy to manipulate the situation, all that kind of thing. I just do not trust him. My best advice would be to say move on, because you're like a vase, and and everything's been broken. It's like someone just shattered glass. You can never make the glass look perfect again. You know, that's the same with you. He broke a lot of things and just, I would say, move on. King of Swords. I met someone a while ago, well, broken up with my boyfriend, but cut them off, got back together. Should I be pursuing this instead, or should I have waited for serious? Wow, Ace of Cups. Yeah, this person did have a lot to offer for you. Keep getting the number 0 to 8, June. I keep hearing that. I don't know if, you know, if you add that all up, something happened in June, or that's a time or something like that. But I do see, even in January, I keep getting January 21st. And December 5th. The Star. Wow. 6 of Swords. 2 of Swords. Yeah, this person's going to keep coming in. Keep coming out. My best advice, based off of what I'm seeing, because of your situation and the delicacy of your situation, I do think keep your options open. I sound like the worst person ever because I'm like, keep your options open, but it's the truth. From the hell you've been through, I would say keep your options open, because this person has a lot of love to give you. The reason why I'm not saying jump into them straight away is because they come, they go. They come, they go. They don't know if they would stay unless someone's like, yep, oh my god, no, she's good, she's a good woman, trust her, yep. They need reassurance. You can't be like that in life, obviously, because, you know, what if one day you make a mistake? He's going to be at the door. You know? So my best advice would be to keep your options open. You're not doing anything wrong by that. You could stay friends, still talk to people, and see how things go, because I do see that your partner, the partner you're with right now, there will be a bit of arguments coming soon. So much so that you're gonna be like, what the hell am I doing in this relationship? The reason why I don't say cut him off is because he's a genuinely, you know, good, amazing guy. So your love situation is very delicate. You know, someone's good, someone's bad, someone's dreadful, someone's shit. You know, it's up and down. That's why I'm like, keep your options open. Okay, I'm also creative makeup, pursuing new guidance. Yeah, so like with question, then also about my career as makeup. Like I said, I think with the Magician here, also, yeah, oh my god, I just got goosebumps because I just wanted to say that. Oh my god. Okay, I'm getting excited. I really want you to drink as much tea as you can, light as much incense. I want you to wear some bracelets. I do sell crystals, not too many. I only sell crystals for my clients. I'll send you the photos of the crystals. Just remind me if I don't. You can get crystals literally anywhere. Just make sure they're reliable, not expensive, because crystals should not be expensive, and real, obviously, authentic. But I really do reckon you should wear some of these crystals that I will send you soon. I've just got a book that I kind of intuitively find your crystal in. I reckon you need to wear a lot of bracelets, and also under your pillow and your son's pillow you should have a few crystals there, because your son will be having nightmares soon. And you don't need crystals to help with the nightmares. You can literally keep cleansing your home, light some incense. Like with me, before every client or so, I light an incense. I kind of bless the room before and after, just to protect my clients. Just keep doing that. It should be fine. But my best advice would be to keep that spiritual level up, because like I said earlier, your vibrations are up and down and inconsistent, which explains the roller coaster of love. Does my son need anything more from me that I already give? You have here the Devil, Page of Wands, and 7 of Wands. Don't be alarmed by the Devil. The Devil just means addiction. Sometimes your son feels like he can't do anything without you. I know this doesn't answer your question directly because he's very fulfilled. You've given him everything. You're doing an amazing job. Aside from that, he's got a bit of an attachment to you, which is fine. I've got an attachment to my mum, like I told you earlier. This is normal. He feels as though he doesn't have the confidence he needs in life. This is him speaking from a higher being. Basically, what I want you to do is just give him a bit of reassurance, not too much that he relies and depends on it, but enough that gives him that extra confidence, because with your son, I do feel as though he's going to lack confidence when he grows older. That's the kind of only personal advice I can really give you, because you're raising him to be a very well, classy like you gentleman, There's nothing I can really say. It's just more so inner being, inner trust, inner conflict is what I want you to kind of adjust with him and work on with him, which obviously works with communication. Am I making the right choice in cutting contact with my mother? Oh, yeah. Straight off the bat, 4 of Coins. This is someone who argues and argues, looks back, looks at, and waits for you to come back or fix the problem. You were always the one who had to fix the problem. You were always the one who had to communicate. You were always the one that had to basically say something. Look at the way she's looking at you. 9 of Wands. It's like, are you going to say something or what? Wow. Look at that. Look at the chicken. It's like staring at a war going on, literally. That's mum. Starts a problem, looks at you. Are you going to fix that? Are you going to do anything about that? Are you going to, resolve that? What are you going to do? Basically, what I'm seeing here is that you even had to grow older than expected. So I'm just putting my charger in. You had to grow faster than everyone else. You had the responsibility. Oh my God, that makes so much sense with the responsibility and determination, because in your childhood or growing up, you had her pushing you down, is what I'm hearing. Backing away from your dreams, backing away from your plans, and not helping you achieve the things you want to achieve in the time limit or the spacious location that you wanted to achieve them by. She's very destructive. So yeah, absolutely. And will I have more children? Yeah, definitely. I do see more children, but right now I don't think you will, because like I said earlier, you've got a bit of trust trauma issue, that kind of thing. You're like, should I trust this person? Should I not? You're putting a hand out, but you're not receiving a hand back. And I don't mean to sound scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, whatever the shit that is, but you still want some reciprocated love. And sometimes I see, again, you don't really receive that. So I do see you having a baby girl by 4 years. Will you ever get married? King of Coins, Page of Swords, absolutely. Absolutely. That's 2 yeses, literally. Absolutely. But I think it's going to be a few years from now. Either by the time you have a baby girl in 4 years. Oh my goodness. 4 of Cups. You keep getting number 4. 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Oh my goodness. So like I said, either 4 years or a year's time. Queen of Swords. But I'm leaning more towards 4 years. But it could be 1 to 4. But that's if the future changes. But anyway, I definitely see you getting married, but a very like calm wedding, either in a beautiful rainforest or by the beach or somewhere really calm. Not too much. You're very simple. You're very laid back that way, and you're the type of person who'd want to marry for love, not for money or the bigger the wedding the better. Not at all. Is there anything blocking my motivation to work out healthy? Definitely. I think you activate the idea of, I have so many chores, I have so much to do that day or this night, that you forget about some things. Right now with your determination, the Chariot, you're doing actually amazing. You're doing better than you think. I do see you toning more than you see yourself toning, or being healthier than you see yourself. There's a lot of achievements that you don't see for yourself that I see through the cards. So I want you to give yourself a lot of credit, but I want you to also have a lot of sleep, because sometimes I feel as though you lack sleep because of your hard to juggle schedule in a way. Not difficult, but it's easy. Again, just balance things out and try not to force or overwork yourself. All right, so this is career. Okay, let me just look at the... Wow, here you've got someone in a mask. You know, a lot of people are like, what is she going to do? What is she going to do? What's new? What's new? Wow, yeah. I know it might sound hard to believe with the whole waxing, and because I see here it's something that's out of your comfort zone with the question mark right here, but I definitely see you doing something like that, you know, something that's more out of your comfort zone, something you haven't done before, and that you might need to get a course, or you need to be educated in some areas for. I think this is also a great start for you because, like I said, it's something you're not used to. So it's a fresh start, fresh achievement in a way. I'm running out of time, oh my god, before my next client, so I'll just be really quick with the other one and then we can do Oracle. Fuck. I need to balance my time, god damn it. Just kidding. Love. Oh, beautiful. I don't know if you can see, but it's a love heart. Oh my goodness, it's a bit of a squash love heart, but... this is very rare actually. You don't really see this in coffee, but it's basically a reassurance. You know, there's a circle here, which means you're literally stuck in someone's mind. You're stuck in their mind, in the back of their mind. They think of you nonstop. They want a future with you. They want to accomplish things with you in life, but they don't know if they're doing too much. That's what I keep hearing. They don't know if they're doing too much, or if they're giving more than they should, or they look like they're desperate. They also don't want to seem like they want to compete. I'm assuming this is the partner you're with right now. But basically, he wants to provide and make you happy and all that kind of thing, but doesn't want you to think like, you know, he's trying to be better than the baby daddy, because no one really wants that. All right, so Oracle cards. You have here, communication is key. Beautiful. So this is more so with your partnering, with your son. I really want you to communicate feelings, emotions, anything that are there. Conclusions are within reach, definitely. So all the hobbies and goals you have in life, they're going to reach conclusion. They're going to be achieved, but I just want you to give them time and give them a lot of thought. Don't let pride get in your way. So yeah, I think sometimes you want to say something, you want to fight someone about something, you want to start an argument about something, which is fine. I'm like that all the time. But sometimes I want you to look back and go, you know what? Fuck it. I don't even care at this point. Like, I genuinely want you to feel that. I want you to go, you know, I don't care. I don't care. I get a hate comment. I don't care. Someone wants to start an argument. I don't care. Me personally, I had a bitch that fucked me over, a friend that, you know, put aside 4 years of friendship, left me. I'm like, you know what? I don't care. You know, if you have that energy and if you have that momentum, you'll be untouchable. Basically. But I want you to install it in your son as well at a young age. You know, if someone hits you or, you know, does something to you, obviously fight for yourself, but don't think about it for the rest of your life. You're going to age too quick. All right, beautiful. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I'm sorry if I bombarded you with information. I tried to include as much as I can and not, because I know with me personally, I try to get readings here and there to compare my work and another reader's work, and sometimes they literally shuffle, lay the cards, wait a good 15 seconds, talk really, really slowly, and start playing with the cards, and, you know, start organizing them like this, and what's your star sign? Oh, that's right. That's beautiful. You know, like I just, oh God, no. So I guess that's what sets me apart is that I talk quite quick, and I do free cleanse before and after, free oracle included, unlimited questions that can fit in the 2 to 30 minutes. And yeah, again, I really hope you enjoyed, and please send through any questions if you have any. Bye-bye.